Today we're looking at the lunar cycle. That means the phases of the moon. I'm going to go pretty quickly, so please keep up. First thing we want to do on our sheet is to label the sun. The sun's position relative to the earth and the moon is going to tell us what phase the moon is in from our perspective on earth. The first phase we want to label is new moon. New moon means that we can't see it at all. It is exactly between us and the sun. The next phase is waxing crescent. Waxing means that the light is growing on the right side. Crescent means that the shape of the moon for our perspective looks like a backward or a forward letter C. The next phase is first quarter. First quarter because we are literally 1/4 of the way through the entire moon cycle, and we can see the right side, about 50% of the moon is visible for us on Earth. The next phase, again, we're going to use that word waxing because the light is continuing to increase. And the vocab we're going to use is gibbous. Gibbous refers to the shape of the moon when it is somewhere in between a quarter and a full. So it's not half and it's not 100%, it's in between. The next phase is full, 100% visibility. It's when the earth is exactly in between the moon and the sun, and it is the opposite of a new moon. At this point, we've gone halfway through the lunar cycle, so about 2 weeks have gone by. Next is waning. Gibbous. Again, gibbous because the shape is in between a quarter and a full. And it's waning because waning means to lose light. That means that the white part of the moon, the part that we can see, is on the left side. Next, we are in the third quarter. We are 3/4 of the way through the cycle. 3 weeks of the month have gone by at this point. And finally, we come to waning crescent. Waning, we're losing the light. Crescent, because it looks like the letter C. Next, scoot over to the letter N and S. N here stands for neap tide, which refers to the time of the year or the time of the lunar cycle when we on Earth experience average ocean water levels. So the water levels are not really high, they're not really low, they're pretty average all over the Earth. This is when the Earth, Sun, and Moon make a 90-degree angle. That would mean that it would have to be a third quarter or a first quarter to experience a neap tide because it needs to be a 90-degree angle. The opposite is a spring tide, hence the letter S. Spring tide is when we on Earth experience extreme ocean levels, either very, very high water levels or very, very low. This occurs when the sun, earth, and moon form a straight line. That would mean that it would have to be either a full or a new moon when the moon, earth, and sun are in a straight line, during which we would experience a spring tide. The very last thing we need to do is go through the order of the seasons. Summer, fall, winter, spring. These occur as the earth revolves around the sun. It is cyclical, meaning after spring comes summer, and so forth.